This low-key has to be fun. Like,
travel from each district.
I don't know why, but this just has to be fun. Hunting somebody as a cop. I don't know, was that racist to say? But I can't be racist, I'm black. So, yeah, miss me with that. Alright, so got a few videos I actually want to watch. Yeah, I just need to take a break, man. I was tired, had to handle business. You know what I mean? So I'm back. About to get into it. I don't even know which video to watch. More than a dozen Broward deputies charged with PPP loan fraud. God damn. Gotta watch this.
We are now hearing from Broward Sheriff Gregory Toney after 17 deputies have been arrested and charged with fraud. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live with this developing story. Roy.
Nicole, and we have learned that nearly 100 BSO employees did apply for the PPP loans. And of the 100, 17 of them are now facing federal charges. Well, as you mentioned today, we did get a chance to speak with Broward Sheriff Gregory Toney about these allegations.
So
and he says,
hold on. Just because you applied don't mean nothing. All that means is you just applied. I applied to a lot of jobs. I don't work there. So I don't know where y'all went with that. But I guess, yeah. You're a cop, probably not getting paid that much. I probably do it too.
if his employees were involved in this type of criminal activity, they do not deserve to be working in the law enforcement profession. Did you believe you were receiving these loans legitimately? 17 members of the Broward Sheriff's Office, which include both BSO deputies and detention deputies, released from the federal courthouse in Fort Lauderdale after being indicted on charges that include wire fraud after federal investigators said they fraudulently applied for and received funds from the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP loans.
Bonds were set. They're being released. Nobody, as far as I know, is being detained.
This is what real news
We'll take
is.
it from there. We'll be back in court.
Attorney Brian Silber represents 3 of the defendants, some of whom have either been suspended or placed on leave pending the outcome of the investigation.
I can't comment on the nature of the case.
While the charging documents do not allege that any of the defendants committed the charged offenses in the course of their official
duties,
duties,
got a tire head.
This does not in any way diminish the seriousness of what the defendants are alleged to have done here.
Sheriff Gregory Toney said he first learned of the crimes in November of 2021, prompting him to investigate all 5,500 of his employees, including himself and other top brass. Of the 17 indicted, 7 BSO deputies and 1 sergeant in law enforcement, and 8 detention deputies and 1 sergeant in corrections.
I hate to see that, knowing some of the individuals and seeing the names on that
you
list
from the
that's
hood.
indicted.
Sheriff Gregory Toney, you was from the hood. That's that head. You a hood baby. That's from your mom either dropping you on your head, or you was a badass jit. I could tell. You was a badass jit. Cause that head it's telling me. But that's crazy. Hold on. Y'all was really out here doing PPP loans. And y'all the police. What are y'all? I don't get it.
Some of them were good officers, but you're only as good as the last act and conduct that you execute.
Good and underpaid.
We learned the defendants involved received tens of thousands of dollars,
fraud.
and while the
She
investigation has proved
fraud.
that some of whom were investigated did have legitimate businesses, at the very least, the 17 now facing federal charges allegedly did not.
If you're going to be participating in criminal activities, we don't want you in this profession.
And while 17 BSO employees have been indicted, we are told that this investigation does continue and there could be more indictments to come. We'll be sure to stay on top of this. For now, outside of BSO headquarters near Fort Lauderdale, Roy Ramos, Local 10 News.
Have you ever dealt with a guy who has sweaty balls?
What? That's funny as hell. Oh, man. St. Louis man awake during surgery. God damn.
Going under the knife and actually feeling all the pain.
You watching the news.
In what was
this
supposed to be a
morning, I
routine
guess.
surgery, a St. Louis man says it was anything but.
I'll say. Now he's filing a lawsuit against Washington University and the people in charge of making sure he didn't feel a thing. Chris Nagus from our sister station in St. Louis reports.
It was like torture, you know?
For Matt Caswell, the memories of his surgery at St. Charles County Hospital remain fresh.
I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. Matt, I need to get out of here.
His mother shot this video in July 2020.
I know.
Caswell says he was scared and in pain after undergoing surgery for a hernia.
And I remember them, you know, strapping me down.
Caswell says the surgery was anything but routine. He was expecting to drift off into unconsciousness under general anesthesia. But Caswell says that didn't happen.
I just remember the mask getting put on my face. I knew I was in trouble when I felt the cold iodine hit my belly, and they were scrubbing me off. So like at any second I was waiting to go out, I just all of a sudden got stabbed in my stomach. It was just like rusted razor blades. I mean, it was just so bad.
Nigga, it was not stabbing you with no.
Yes.
I already know this is really what happened. Okay, let me tell y'all the story. He's a smoker, right? Before you get surgery, you were not supposed to drink, do any kind of drugs, smoke, nothing, because it can affect the local anesthesia. He's a heavy smoker, I could tell. He didn't stop smoking the day before his surgery, or even 2 days. He was just like, I can't do that, I gotta smoke. So he ended up smoking, and then that anesthesia ain't work. So yeah, now you in trouble. So you ain't get cut with no rusted blade. You just needed more anesthesia because you were a heavy smoker. Your body, man, this is. But yeah, man, that's really what happened. That's the story on what happened. This is BS.
He says there was a towel over his face and he was unable to speak because he had already received an initial paralyzing agent prior to surgery. His attorney, Ken Volstek, explains.
He was paralyzed, couldn't move, couldn't blink his eyes, nothing.
Couldn't speak.
Couldn't speak, can't do anything. Out, just awake, but unable to move. He then was supposed to be given a mask over his face, which was done.
How y'all know
and
he's
that
awake?
mask contains what we would probably call knockout gas. It puts you under. And that gas was not turned on by the anesthesiologist. They forgot.
Do you remember feeling the incision being made in your body?
Absolutely. That was at the very beginning. There were 3. They came in, one in the belly button, and one right here, and then one right here.
Caswell is now suing the anesthesiologist, the certified registered nurse anesthetist, and their employer, Washington University. According to the lawsuit, Caswell could feel pain and hear everything that was said in the operating room for at least 13 minutes.
I could hear him talking, you know. Did you get your dog this weekend? My heart rate was just jacked.
And that's something Caswell's attorney notes in this demand letter to Washington University. He says the medical professional should have realized Caswell was awake based on his vital signs.
His heart rate went through the roof. His blood pressure went to what's called hypertensive crisis 3, which is what happens to you right before you have a heart attack. And it continued at that rate for 13 minutes without anyone in the operating room noticing it.
Volstek provided these medical notes to News 4. The anesthesiologist in Caswell's case noted a review of the anesthetic record demonstrates a delay in initiating inhalational anesthetic after induction of anesthesia.
When it was over.
I'm sorry, I was wrong. I take that back. Maybe he's not a smoker. And yeah, that doctor's office is fucked up. Bad.
They put in the medical records. We made a mistake. We did not turn the gas on until partway through the procedure. So not only does his physical records, that is the way his heart rate and his blood pressure skyrocketed, prove the case, but they admit it.
The medical record goes on to say The patient and his mother were immediately informed regarding the delay initiating the inhaled anesthetic agent until after the start of the surgical procedure. And we provided emotional support along with a recommendation for a psychology consult.
My sleeping has been terrible.
So you're having flashbacks to this?
Absolutely.
How common is this?
Not very common, but it does occur.
Dr. Dan Forrest is a North Carolina anesthesiologist. He's been retained by Caswell's attorney as an expert witness in the case. He says Caswell experienced what's known as intraoperative awareness, and that most cases are due to equipment failure, not the medical professional forgetting to turn on the equipment. So I asked how to prevent it. Is it going too far for the patient to say to the anesthesiologist, hey, make sure you turn the equipment on?
Well, I think what's important is that patients should speak with their anesthesiologist prior to surgery.
Dr. Forrest says it's important for the patient to understand what to expect. During some procedures, patients might hear conversation or be aware of what's happening depending on the level of sedation. But under general anesthesia, Forrest says the goal is to keep the patient unconscious and unable to remember.
It was so scary, I thought I was having a heart attack.
For Caswell, it's a nightmare he wishes he could forget.
I would have actually rather died on that table, and I think that says something.
A lawyer representing Washington University in St. Louis, the doctor, and the CRNA told me via email Washington University's policy is not to comment on pending litigation matters, and he's also prevented.
Smoker, boy. Smoking that dope. Smoking that dope. Smoking that dope. But yeah, that's not ratchet enough. I need to watch something ratchet. Right? It ain't ratchet enough.
Reverse!
Oh.
What started out as a high-speed chase turns into a foot chase when suspects jump out of a vehicle in front of Wisconsin officers.
And foot bail, 3 occupants.
The entire incident stemming from an alleged retail theft at a Dick's Sporting Goods.
Keep your hands in your back.
That is funny. She was smiling.
Please don't be rough.
Please don't be rough. This is what I mean.
It all started on October 3rd in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, just outside of Milwaukee. That's where police were tipped off about a retail theft at an area Dick's Sporting Goods. Dash camera video shows an officer catch up with the suspect's vehicle.
You're good. Hang on, I can go back up 46. What's your true? Yeah, you can clear.
When the suspect refuses to stop along the interstate, an officer can be heard calling in the pursuit.
146. Vehicle is not stopping. We're northbound 41. 57 miles per hour. Looks like we're exiting Capitol.
I'm sorry, exiting Capitol. 146, are you in pursuit?
Hey, Fern, you can put me in pursuit right now. Going eastbound Capitol.
106, happy. 146, that plate is Adam Union, Adam 4645, negative turn, 2020, we got a Camry gray color, list to Dariana Anderson, 7849 North 60th.
10-4. We're still eastbound Capitol, speeds 59, traffic medium.
But after taking an off-ramp, the suspect stops on the side of the road, behind another vehicle.
We're stopped right now, about the 110 block of Capitol. Foot's still on the brake. I don't know if they're going to keep going. They're behind a disabled vehicle.
The officer calls in for backup, saying he's worried the car may speed off again. He also calls for stop sticks, just in case the driver makes a break for it.
146. I'll wait for another vehicle to come in case I exit and they take off again. Again, we're eastbound Capitol, about the 110 block.
10-4. You have 115, 160 coming.
10-4. If one just wants to set up sticks ahead of us, just in case.
Minutes later, another officer arrives on the scene.
Do you want me to approach, and then if they take off, you can go?
Sure. That works.
How many? Do you know how many occupants or anything?
Maybe 2.
Huh?
Maybe 2. Hard to tell at the tank.
Okay. Is he set up yet?
I didn't hear him say he was set up yet.
Okay.
.606.
I'm set up at Grand Tosa, Capital.
They finna take off.
146. 606 trying to make contact. We're not getting compliance with the driver to roll the windows down. Foot still on brake.
This continues on as officers remain ready for the suspect to speed off.
146 to 606. I just saw the front wheels move. You want to grab my sticks and try and slide them under the car?
Yeah.
On driver's side, in case they try and take off.
Soon, stops sticks and places them under the suspect's car.
Got sticks in front of the vehicle right now.
10-4.
It's only seconds later that the driver throws the car in reverse and starts to take off. But the officer behind the car is still ready for a chase and speeds off after the suspect's car.
Reverse! Contact. And 146 vehicle's taking off again.
Meet Palm, a new maximum strength self-defense product with a patented accidental misfire. Learn more.
Contact. And 146 vehicle's taking off again. Looks like the sticks hit. We are eastbound on Capitol. Speeds are 60. Traffic is medium. They are weaving in and out of traffic.
She go.
The suspect even tops 90 miles per hour and runs a red light.
146, speeds 90, eastbound on Capitol, approaching 92. They just went through the red light.
Suddenly, the car starts smoking and appears to have lost a tire. It's then that multiple suspects hop out and sprint away.
And we're still eastbound on Capitol. They're approaching 85 now. They are smoking right now. Looks like they're losing a tire. Turn southbound on A4, southbound A4 from Capitol. And foot bail, 3 occupants.
Dash camera video shows the officer rush from his squad and call for the remaining suspect to get down.
Well, I got one occupant down on the ground. Looks like a passenger took off going westbound and the driver took off going eastbound.
That's when the chase continues on foot as officers search through a nearby neighborhood for the suspect who ran in that direction.
Yeah, it was crashed at like 84 on southeast corner of Capitol into like that old first store. Yeah, I think so. That's what kind of alerted me to what was
This low key has to be fun. Like,
They travel from each district.
I don't know why, but I don't know. This just has to be fun. Hunting somebody as a cop. I don't know. Was that racist to say? But I can't be racist. I'm black. So, yeah, miss me with that.
When a police canine starts barking, first responders are quick to notice a suspect hidden behind a garbage can. The woman was later identified as Dariana Anderson.
Hey, get your hands up! Hands up! Hands up! You gonna get bit? Come on! Come on, get your hands up! I see you behind the garbage can! Face away from me! Face away!
I mean, I said parking spot. I meant to say hottest spot.
Your hands!
Yeah, yeah.
I got covered. On the knees, Let's get her. Get on your knees. Drop down to your knees. Shouldn't hold it back, buddy.
No shoes.
Keep your hands in your back.
Officers act quickly, putting Anderson in handcuffs.
Yeah, you tripping. That wasn't a smart thing to do.
Please don't be rough. Like my arm is
That dog was gonna bite that pink wig off too. But you alright.
Hold on. Where'd you put your phone?
Yeah, you alright.
Too much in coincidence with that animal.
What's video?
Yeah, just confirm that she didn't get bit. Yeah. Contact on body camera. Sure.
She said my TDO.
When asked, Anderson doesn't tell the officers her name and instead just asks for water.
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Can I get some water?
Okay, I just want to make sure. I see that the top was ripped. Was that? Did you get bit by the dog at all? Anywhere? No. Okay.
I just want some.
Okay, we'll take care of that in just a second. All right. I'm just confirming that you didn't get bit. That was already there.
Hurting.
Okay. All right. Stand up for us. All right. You want to continue?
Please don't be
We only had one going this way, so I think this is. Yep. Okay. We're gonna walk you back out to the front then. Okay.
With that, officers escort Anderson into a squad car.
You?
Check here for any other evidence.
And after that, the officers congratulate the police canine on a job well done.
So what caught me was, I saw what you saw. Like, oh, he definitely is interested. Yeah, he's definitely interested. And then I came around, I'm like, okay, there's nothing there. And I didn't see, I couldn't tell it's a person here. Either. But then when I got to here, I could see what looked to be a bark.
Oh, she's barking at something. Yeah, I thought maybe
my bad. Yep. But she was, like I said, for the nature of the fence. She was passive, on her, basically back against here, and knees out in front, sitting down. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it keyed us in, though. At least.
Yeah.
I know.
It's that pink wig. They seen you. They seen you. But yeah, man, it feels good to be back, bro. I love making content. I love making videos, and this is what I honestly just do anyway. The only difference is that I'm recording it. Like I'm always watching YouTube, always watching some crazy. So yeah, feels good to be back. But yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Friday or whatever day this come out on. Saturday, Sunday. Happy weekend, goddamn. It's the weekend. Peace.